Sammy fam. That was weird, but good to see you guys. Today I was really wanting like a saucy kind of cheesy sandwich, and based off some of the leftovers I have, like this pizza sauce from my pizza video. If you haven't seen it, I'll put the link down below. I'm gonna change that up a little bit, add some other ingredients. I'm gonna make kind of like a pesto-y, pizza-y, chicken cheesy sandwich. It's gonna be delicious, and let's get cooking. Let's start with our chicken here. Sorry if I struggle a bit with the one hand, guys. I'm just using these like chicken tenders because they're good and they're cheap. Come on. There we go. Some olive oil. Italian seasoning blend. Powdered garlic. And some sea salt. Let's mix this up. And our chicken is ready to cook. Very simple. Wash our hands somehow. Shit. Ow. Shit. Ah, fuck. Okay. There we go. Ingenuity. Take our chicken over and we're gonna throw it just on medium heat. Bet this will take like 10 minutes. Non-stick pan, so use, wood or plastic. I see so many videos of people using metal utensils on non-stick pans, and it just gives me a heart attack. I had a roommate once who used metal utensils on my nice non-stick pans and ruined them. And then they never paid me for them. They thought that I was being weird, that I didn't want to eat flakes of Teflon in my food, which has been proven to cause cancer. We will let that cook. Let's work on the sauce. So I had the pizza sauce. You can click the link in the description to see how I made that. Basically like old tomatoes that I need to get rid of and blended together with some spices and a couple other ingredients. But today we're gonna make it pesto-y by adding all this basil I need to get rid of because it's getting close to going bad. See, it's kind of starting to turn brown, but it'll be fine because we're gonna blend it. No one will ever know. Let's cut off these stems as much as possible. It's hard for me to like really pick the individual leaves off right now for I think obvious reasons. And it's okay if some stem gets in the blender because it'll still blend up, it'll still taste good. And I already rinsed all these off when I used them a few days ago, so they've already been washed. We will add a little bit of olive oil to this to get it nice and liquidy to toss the chicken in. Give it a shake and give it a blend. I can't hold things in that hand quite yet, tight enough to unscrew them, so I've been using my thighs to like open bottles and stuff. Oh, that was good and green. Try it out with our Sunday spoon. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is delicious. It's like mainly pesto-y, but with a slight red sauce like tinge to it. Perfect balance. I already have some greens I'm going to use as like kind of a base in this sandwich. A mix of arugula and some salad greens. I have red onion already chopped up for salads. I'll put that on there. And then let's have smoked mozzarella. I really like the smoky flavor. I don't know the best way to break this up though in my current situation. Everything's just a little bit harder. I can use my hand like a little bit, but when anything I do with it starts to hurt, I just stop because I'm like, you know, this surgery costs like $50,000. I'm not gonna mess it up. It's crazy. I think my total like hospital stay and all the bills that are coming in are gonna top $100,000 for 2 days in the hospital and the surgery. Let's try grading this. But hey, that's what insurance is for. I think most of it will be covered. And I have some extra sources of help too. I'm very lucky. I don't think I'll have to pay anything, so very grateful for all that. Okay, this is going pretty well. You gotta be really careful when you're shredding a soft cheese like this because you can slip, and I've cut my finger open many times before. And I have enough injuries right now. But you know what? Recovery is going pretty well. I'm about a week out from the surgery. The temperature's heating up a lot, but, well not but it is becoming kind of bothersome because I'm in this giant cast. It's like wearing a down blanket on your arm at all times. I need a container for this cheese. And when I get sweaty, I get a little bit nervous and have anxiety because it feels like I'm trapped. Because I mean, I am trapped. I can't take this off. But I've developed some ways to address that. Ooh, that is looking good. I should have had a timer on. I don't know how many minutes that was. This boy's a little bit raw in the center. We'll flip him back over. This is hard with one hand. I asked for raw chicken juice, but at this point in my life, I don't care. So good. But like I was saying, I developed some ways to like help myself calm down, help my itching and sweating feel better. It's hard because I want to be outside and exercise so I can film more of these videos and be healthy and lose weight. But there's only so much you can do. But I have Benadryl I take to help me sleep and for anti-itching. And then there's this like liquid Benadryl. I just bought this. It has a little bit of alcohol in it, so that'll help too. I have these melatonin sleep gummies. And in terms of gummies, I also have my THC gummies. Cut one of these in half, and that's about the perfect dose for helping you sleep, at least for my, you know, body weight and metabolism. Because if I take a whole gummy, I get dry mouth, and that wakes me up, making me thirsty. Take half a gummy, perfectly fine. Feel calm, go to sleep. Or if I wake up in the night panicking, have half a gummy, and it'll calm me down. Now I also have my cold packs that I can just like slip in here, and they help cool me down and ease any itching or sweating. So that really helps. Okay, chicken still needs some more time. Let's get our bread ready. I love these loaves. You guys have seen me use these all the time over the years. And I'm sure some of you heard me rant and rave about how they used to be 33 cents each, but now they've gone up to like $1 each. Crazy. Used to get these 3 for $1. But they're so tasty. They're like, you know, kind of Philly style bread rolls. Very lucky that pretty much every store on the East Coast stock these, from bodegas to grocery stores, mom and pops. It's so nice and fluffy and fresh. Love it. Now, while the chicken is cooking, I'm just gonna wash this container that had the raw chicken in it out somehow. Oh God. lot of dishes to do after I finish filming. Washing dishes has become a little bit of a problem, but you know, we make it work. It's the nom nom way. Clean enough. Let's get our sauce ready for the chicky by just pouring some out in here. Oh, so tasty. Garden fresh. I love this snack as I cook. And then by the time I'm done cooking, I'm not actually hungry for the meal. It's kind of a problem. Okay, let's test a piece of this chicken in the thickest spot. Just barely pink. I think that's great because I don't want to overcook it. And it's going back in the oven in the sandwich to melt up. The oven's preheating to 350. So we'll take these out. This is hard. Why is my good spatula dirty? And I'm just gonna chop these up because like you could put them in all nice and pretty like they are, but that would make it harder for me to eat right now, especially like one-handed trying to eat a messy sandwich. So this will just make it easier on me. If you're ever in doubt about the doneness of chicken, you can use like a meat thermometer. They're pretty cheap. Just go to Target and buy a digital meat thermometer with a probe. Very useful. I use it for, you know, you can put the probe in frying oil, you can put it in whatever. But for chicken, you want to go for like 160 degrees. That's what really matters over like color. But it's not too hard to get it right, I'm guessing. See, my chopping game is not great right now. Not that I was ever professional level at cutting things, but it's a little bit messy. We got our pesto chicken sauced up. It looks like baby vomit. Perfect. That's how you know it's gonna taste good. Put down some of our greens. Try to get our chicken on here. Probably have way too much chicken actually, but that's okay. Maybe I'll make another sandwich later. No one can stop me. I'm a grown-ass adult and I do what I want. And I thought I gained weight since I've been on a cruise and I'd eaten a little bit more. I got skinny for the cruise and I gained some weight afterwards. But I'm actually down. I just weighed myself, even with this cast on and the metal implanted in my arm. I'm 157. And before, I got down to 158 before I had a cast. So I'm like, wow, that's great. I feel actually really good. So I'm pretty happy about that. Ooh, my arm starts to hurt doing too much in the kitchen. Try not to use it, but you know, you kind of end up grabbing stuff and it's hard not to use it at all, but I do my best. And I should have taken ibuprofen earlier. I'm down to 1 Percocet a day. I save that for right before I'm gonna exercise in the morning when I go out for my walks. Because I wanna make them last, because they don't give you very many. Yes, oven, I know you're ready. I'm getting there. So I'm a little bit nervous about when my pain medicine runs out next week and I'll just be on over-the-counter ibuprofen. Ibuprofen? I don't know how to say it. But we'll see, you know. All we can do is keep going. Okay, to slide this in the oven probably for about 10 minutes. And then we'll have a delicious sandwich to eat. Okay, I gotta do this in steps now. I can't do it all at once. I want to try making a nice flat pizza, but I think using this, you know, to get it in the oven and closing the door and everything all at once would be a little bit too hard for me right now. All right, I'll see you guys in a second with a sandwich. Okay, everybody, I think the sandwich is about ready. I was a little bit nervous about how I was gonna get it out. There's my timer. But I'm gonna try using this to help me out. Kind of helped. Okay, it looks and smells amazing. So I'm super excited. Oh, I can't hold it and cut it. Maybe if I... Cool. Look at that view. Oh, I can't pick up both at the same time. Always something, but hey, delicious baby poop looking chicken, but I swear it smells amazing. Cheese, onions, little greens. Living the life. I haven't had a sandwich like this since I've gotten injured, so I'm a little wary how to eat it here, but... Ooh, I just got off the subway, the Flavor Station. The thing I really like, I mean, I love all the ingredients, but this bread is so good, and being in the oven about halfway through cooking it, I like unwrapped the foil a little bit to expose the edges so they got a little crispy. It's a perfect contrast to like the sauciness on the inside, the softer parts of the bread. You have that crispy and soft all at once. And you know what? It wasn't too hard to make, even with one arm. There was one moment right after I turned off the camera on my head. I was putting away the bowl of extra cheese, and it's so hard to like open the fridge and hold something and do it all at once. I accidentally dropped the big bowl of cheese on the ground. Cheese went everywhere. I wish I hadn't had the camera turned off, but I had my mic was still turned on, so I'll let you guys hear what happened. Shit! But you know what? I got the broom out. I did some one-arm sweeping somehow. Made it work. Cleaned it up. Moved on. You know, fun little accident. Whatever happens, as long as I don't get hurt, I don't mind anymore. Now I gotta start thinking about what is something fun and I'm physically capable of making for my next video. I do have a bunch of these delicious like hand cut looking, like pulled flat like Chinese noodles. They're like my favorite noodle in the world to have at home. I might do something with that, like just some spicy chili shrimp noodle or pork noodle. But I've also had a hankering for trying out, you know, some kind of mac and cheese. I don't know exactly what variety. Smoked sausage mac and cheese, perhaps. I don't know. And I've been trying to eat a little more protein. I generally eat vegetarian, mainly like salads and beans and vegetarian sandwiches and stuff. But I know I need to make sure I'm getting plenty of protein to help my muscles and my tendons heal. So this is actually my second day in a row having chicken. Yesterday I had just a giant big salad bowl of chicken bacon ranch. Of course my bacon was like dried soy little chunks, colored red and flavored with a liquid smoke type product. And they're delicious and I love them. It's like vegetarian bacon bits basically. But the chicken was real, And then I had my homemade ranch on that salad. Wow. I've also really been craving like smash burgers. I so rarely eat red meat that just every once in a while I really want beef. Although you can do them with lamb, that's super good. But smash burgers with a big pile of like French onion style, like caramelized onions on top. Or I thinly slice the onions with the mandolin, and I cook them in a pan with some butter and better than bouillon beef stock. Wow, it makes them so rich and delicious. And that would go great on top of a burger. But also some rice cakes sound good. Wow, I'm just hungry for everything. Like tteokbokki with some melted cheese on top. So I am going to the doctor on today's Wednesday. I'm going to the doctor on next Tuesday. My surgeon's office, and they're going to do follow-up x-rays and decide on like what kind of cast to put me in for the long term. Because I've had this, it'll be a little over 2 weeks I've had this on. And they're gonna put me in something different. I'm a little bit nervous about that. Hopefully everything's going well. I'm doing the best I can to follow directions. And I think at that point, there'll be some more talk about what the physical therapy is going to be, the occupational therapy, I guess technically, because I have to go get a CHT certified therapist. They're certified to work specifically from like here down to your hand. But I don't know if they're going to start that whilst I'm in a cast, or do we wait, or I have no idea. I'm in the blind here, but I'll just do whatever people tell me to. Try to get my arm back as good as it can so I can play music and cook a little bit easier again. Maybe eat a little bit neater, but not that I was ever known for eating meat. One more nerve-wracking thing. So I fell going down the stairs right outside that door. And first thing I did when I got home from the hospital was I took the stairs just to get over my fear of it. But now, the day that I broke my elbow, we were going on a date. We had tickets to go see One Vanderbilt. It's a big like art exhibit slash viewing thing, like on top of a skyscraper in Manhattan. And I was able to reschedule the tickets. They charged me a $25 rescheduling fee, which like, that's just free money for them. That's kind of annoying. On top of the $120 tickets already were. But I rescheduled it for this coming weekend. And we're going back, and I'm like, wow, I hope I don't hurt myself again on the way there. But maybe I'll take the elevator on the way there. But the problem is the elevator's been broken this week, so I don't know if they're going to fix it in time. But what do I pay rent for anyway? Crazy. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick and really delicious recipe. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. I appreciate all the support everyone's been giving me. I love all you guys. See you next time.